So you're thinking about moving to Sarasota? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you around Sarasota, I'm gonna show you some neighborhoods, and I'm gonna pick out some homes in different price ranges to see if they fit with your budget. And if you stick with me to the end of the video, I'm gonna share with you the #1 secret in each neighborhood. So you don't wanna miss that. Now here's a quick fun fact. Where I'm standing right now, decades ago, used to be underwater. That's right. The leaders here in Sarasota decided that they wanted to create a beautiful scenic view along the drive here on US 41. So they rerouted US 41 along the bayfront and they took it away from downtown. Well, that kind of ticked off the merchants downtown because it took the traffic away. But it did create a beautiful view, a breathtaking view, and it created this beautiful bayfront park. And they gave it a really original and amazing name. You guessed it, it's Bayfront Park. Now, if this is your first time on our channel and you want to learn everything there is about living in Sarasota, then just subscribe below and tap that notification bell. This way you'll be the first to learn about the changing Sarasota market, and you'll find out when we drop the new video each and every week. My name's Rob Rovnak, and I've lived in the Sarasota area for over 30 years. And every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 1 week or 1 year, be sure and reach out to us. Don't hesitate. My contact information is in the box below, and we'd be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Sarasota. So come on, let's join the tour. So our first stop today is Bay Landings. It's a relatively newer community built between 2020 and 2023. So it's a great location. And what I like about it is close to the interstate. So out here in the northeast quadrant of Sarasota, close to UTC Mall. So what that is University Town Center, but we call it UTC here. A University Parkway runs close by here. It's one of the exits off of Sarasota. So it's very convenient. And what I like about it is you can run up to St. Pete for a ball game, go up to Tampa or wherever you need, down to Naples, and you can jump on the interstate here in 5 minutes. Now, behind me is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. This one is priced at $619, $208 price per square foot. And you can get a lot of house for the money here in Bay Landings. It's a really tiny community. They actually have townhomes up front and single-family homes here in the back. And it's a really kind of neat community. Not too many people know about it because it's kind of off the beaten path here on some of these roads that actually didn't even go this far. So University Town Center, by the way, has stores and stores and stores galore. I'm going to show you some video of driving through that in just a bit, but it is an amazing, amazing amount of stores. And simply, if you can't find it there, then you can't find it anywhere. In the comments, if you have a particular favorite store, let me know. I'll tell you if it's in UTC or in the UTC Mall area. So once again, this is a beautiful neighborhood because it's nice, new. We just had a real downpour here, so you're seeing stuff all over the sidewalks, but it is a great neighborhood for kids, for families, and primarily actually affordable for Sarasota as far as new construction, because you're going to find things higher up, kind of closer to Parish area and closer to Venice areas where a lot of the new construction, and we're going to take tours of those, so watch out for those. So our second stop here in Bay Landing is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath single story. So this one's just slightly over 2,000 square feet at $2,151, priced at $585, so that gives you around $285 per price per square foot. It's a really great location though. It's hard to get new construction here in the core of Sarasota. So like I said, this is right, let me show you behind me. This is right next to Lakewood Ranch, and we're gonna do a whole series on Lakewood Ranch. But Lakewood Ranch is one of the fastest growing communities in the entire United States. And this is basically on the fringe of it, right here close to I-75, right near UTC, as we talked about, University Town Center. But Lakewood Ranch has its own downtown. It's got a lot of events going on. So being here, you almost are living in Lakewood Ranch. But this is gonna be one of your best bets for a small community that's still in Sarasota, because you're either gonna have to go north or south. Yes, the sun did come back out, so I had to throw on the glasses. Our last stop here in Bay Landing is another 2-story, 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, and $2,970 under air. This one's priced at $629, so $212 price per square foot. So once again, That's actually a pretty decent price for new construction. This was built in 2022, and we're right in the core of Sarasota. So we're right here by I-75, UTC, Lakewood Ranch, and we're just on the east side of 75. And the other nice thing is you're close to Benderson Park. So if you haven't heard about Benderson Park, it's a one-of-a-kind rowing park. It's got a big giant lake for the World Championship rowing. They also do the NCAAs here. They also do high school championships here, but we're gonna show you that in a minute. But that's a beautiful park. And the biggest secret about this neighborhood is just up the road, they're going to do a little passover over I-75 that's gonna drop you right down by the park. So that'll take you minutes to get to the park, and it'll also get you to the other side of 75 so you can avoid the Fruitville and the University Parkway exits. So this is a lot of growth out here. Like I said, this is kind of a hidden gem, hidden community, because none of these roads came through here a couple of years ago. Lakewood Ranch Boulevard has already come from all the way from Lakewood Ranch all the way down to Fruitville Road, which is new in the past couple of years, and it's made this community and these other communities quite rare. But this is, once again, a D.R. Horton style home, and hopefully you can see around me what they're look like. Mainly 2 stories, but a lot of 1 stories mixed in. And on the next one, we're going to take you over to farther south here, which is Gulfgate Community. So I'll see you on that one shortly. So here we are in one of my favorite neighborhoods in all of Sarasota, the Gulfgate community. And it truly is a community, folks. It is very special. We're about a little over 7 miles to downtown. It's about 20 minutes to downtown, but more importantly, we're just 10 minutes to the greatest beach in all of the world. Actually, #1 rated Siesta Key Beach. Just 5 minutes to the South Bridge here to get onto Siesta Key. Maybe you can go to one of the little outlets and all that, but let me tell you about the community. They've got the Gulfgate Library. They've got churches in the neighborhood. We're gonna take a quick tour of St. Thomas More. I used to live in the neighborhood and love to walk the grounds. Very picturesque. They've got the Chelsea Center there where you can have an event held, have a wedding held. It's all right here. And all these shops. These shops are amazing. Probably 5 different pizzerias. You can have anything you can imagine to eat. French, German, Italian. We've got a Mexican restaurant behind me. We've got a microbrewery here at the Sarasota Brewing Company. Go get a pierogi at the Polish store. I'm forgetting people, but I'm gonna put up a map and hopefully you can see the number of stores here. And at the corner of US 41 and Stickney, there's also many big box stores there, so many retailers and Publix grocery. So it's all right here, folks, right here in Gulfgate, and we're gonna share with you the #1 secret on the next segment. So stay with us. I'll see you there. So our first stop today is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. So this one was built in 1968. So here in Gulfgate, you're gonna find most of the homes here built in the late 60s to mid 60s. I'm gonna show you this one behind me. So this one is listed at $454,999. I love those pricing. So $455. It's $1,467 under air, and that's what you want to look at here in Florida, under air, because a lot of these homes, they might say 2,000 square feet, but it's $1,467 under air, so that gives you around $310 price per square foot. So that may seem a little high in Sarasota, but actually in this neighborhood, it's a tremendous value. So that's the secret I was going to tell you about. Gulfgate is probably the cheapest, or I'd say the best value in any homes that you're gonna find here, the closest to the beach. So since we're right here at the corner of Stickney and US 41, you're right by the South End Bridge going on to Siesta Key. So these are the most affordable homes that you're gonna find this close to the beach. And finding homes in the 400s and 500s, low 500s, some of them are up to $599, but basically you're gonna find them in the 4s and 5s here. But Gulfgate is a rare community. It's an older community, but you're gonna find a lot of these homes have been renovated. No matter what you put into these homes, you're gonna get it back out. That's one great thing about the neighborhood as it appreciates over time. But a lot of them have been fixed up. What you're gonna find in these type of homes are terrazzo floors, solid block, and most of these homes, I had one, were very, very well built. You're gonna find out that they're not drywall, they're plaster walls. So these are built tough. And like I said, a lot of them have been renovated. So let's go take a look at the second one. So the next home up is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1196 under air. So a little smaller home. It is a 1-car garage home. as you can see behind me. A lot of the neighborhood is one-car garage. And as you can see across from me, that's a two-car garage. One thing you'll notice in these 1960 houses is, yes, garages and carports were more of the norm here in Florida with a lot of these ranchers. This one was built in 1964. This one does have a pool, and it's been upgraded a lot with stone counters, beautiful flooring, porcelain floors, but it is priced at $524, so it's a little up there on price per square foot. But it is a beautiful, beautiful home inside and a beautiful, quiet part of the neighborhood. And as you can see around me, lots of neat homes from the 60s. As this one has a nice little curb appeal. All right, off to the next one. So this next one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool home built in 1967. It's 1828 square foot under air. It also has a 2-car garage, and it has a lake in the back. Now in Florida, when we say a lake, we kind of mean a retention pond, but it is a very picturesque, beautiful view off the lanai. So this one is priced at $595. So a little bit on the high end here in Gulfgate, but Gulfgate truly is one of my favorite communities. And as I mentioned, it is a community. We've shown you around the churches, we've shown you around some of the local shops, and there are some big box stores here right at the corner of US 41 and Stickney. And make sure that you subscribe and tap the notification button, because on the next video, I'm gonna show you a map video of where you're at in Sarasota and the county. So that'll show you how to get to the beaches, how to get to downtown, how to get to I-75, how close are the airports, all that stuff. It will take you to a little map overview and see how that works. Now what we're gonna do next, we're just gonna drive around the neighborhood. So here we are in the lovely gated community of Palmer Glen. These were built in the early 2000s, from 2000 to 2004. We're in the northeastern quadrant of Sarasota, so we're about 20 minutes from downtown. And not many amenities in this particular neighborhood, but that keeps the HOA very low. And what's nice about the area is there's so much going on just outside the gates. Across the street, we've got the Farm Bureau, so they hold lots of events at their pavilion, beautiful grounds there. I've seen weddings and all kinds of neighborhood events at the Farm Bureau. Just a quick walk up the road, walking or biking distance, is an A-rated elementary school. Now that's Tatum Ridge Elementary, and like I said, you could actually bike or just walk the kids up the street. Now if you head in the opposite direction, you're gonna find the Big Cat Habitat. So what that is it's an animal sanctuary for lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, yes it really is. I've seen all kinds of different animals there though, donkeys, zebras, camels, all kinds of things. But it's run by a former circus family. So they've had generations of taking care of animals, and they put on shows, and they actually have the circus tent up sometime in the winter times when it's a little cooler to be outside. And it's a really neat thing. And just about another block to the west, you'll have the Hill, as we affectionately call it, the Hill. So the Hill and Celery Fields, how that came about, as you know, here in Florida, we're as flat as can be. So it's rare to see a hill like that. And what's neat about it is that was actually dredged. Some marshlands there were dredged, and they built that hill, and it's become a beautiful nature preserve. So in that nature preserve, you're gonna find all kinds of different animals, and you're gonna find a lot of birds. So the Audubon Society actually have a building on site. So supposedly there's hundreds of different types of birds there, and you can go observe them. And Celery Fields is just a beautiful place to walk around, and it actually serves a dual purpose. It's actually flood control. So you'll actually be able to notice that when it gets wetter in the summer there, that the waters fill up a little bit more. So it makes great sense. Now let me tell you about this house I'm standing in front of. It's 2611 under square foot. It was built in 2004. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's priced at $800. So in this neighborhood, you're gonna see high 7s and low 8s. And this is pretty typical of what you're gonna find in this neighborhood. As I take you around, we're going to head up to the next house and you'll get to see the mature trees and the mature landscaping. See you over there. So this next home is also a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. It's 2822 under square foot, and it is also priced at $800,000. So this one was built in 2000. So it's a little different because in 2002, the hurricane codes changed. So in 2002, that's our latest Florida hurricane code. So that means the homes are updated. You've got tie downs, you've got mandatory where they have to have hurricane shutters or impact glass. So if you bought a home after 2002, in most cases it provides that. But that doesn't mean that any of these homes can't be retrofitted with that, and it's a big business here in Florida. So that's one thing to check. 2002 is a cutoff point, but you have to be specific. So there's all kinds of things that could happen with the builder after 2002 if they pulled the permits prior to that. So if you're in that 2000 to 2004, make sure that you know that they have full hurricane protection. And with the insurance rates here in Florida these days, that discount makes a big difference, and it gives you peace of mind. So let's go take a look at another house slightly under $800,000. So our last home in Palmer Glen is also a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2739 under air, built in 2003. And this house is priced at $795,000. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at here in Palmer Glen. And the number one secret about Palmer Glen, I would say, is it has a beautiful rural feel. You feel like you're out in the country. At night, you can still hear the cows, but you're 20 minutes to downtown and you're 5 minutes to grocery shopping. Actually, a small fact is there are 3 different public stores within 3.5 miles of this area. So that tells you what you've got as far as stores. And also out in the area, about 3 miles down the road, is Rothenbach Park. We didn't mention that. Rothenbach Park is also a beautiful preserve, and it has a 3-mile biking tour, walking tour, whatever you want to do, through the woods. So you've got oak trees, a canopied oak tree trail of 3 miles, and even in July and August, it actually feels kind of cool. We love to bike it. We love to take the trails out in Rothenbach Park, and we'll show you a little of that here in a second. Now, let's go take a look inside this one so you can kind of see what we're looking at for $800,000. So if you want more information about living in Sarasota and the surrounding areas, or if you just want to know what's on the menu at O'Leary's Tiki Bar, reach out to us at any time. And make sure that you subscribe to our page and hit the notification bell. This way you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.